Good evening, my name is Katsuyuki Tanaka. These wines are the wines I served at a tasting seminar of Georgian wine, which was held in this month at Nihonbashihamacho Wine Salon. I brought these wine from Georgia directly, putting them in my suitcase. So many of them are not available in Japanese market, but I personally think they are really representative of Georgian wine of the day, or the Georgian wine which the majority of Japanese wine consumers should know. Everybody knows Georgian wine has very long history, 8,000 years. And actually, Georgia is the birthplace of British vinegar winemaking, and we all appreciate it. And they ferment in the clay jar called kvevuri, embedded in the soil, and the white wine is fermented with skin and seeds, so the color gains the phenolic color which is more brownish. We call them orange wine. The, in Georgia they call it amber wine. But anyway, the white wine, the white grape fermented like red wine. That has been quite popular. The original place is Georgia, of course, but now everybody in all countries are concerned about it, or actually many of the adventurous winemakers have adapted that winemaking method to their winery. They're pretty successful. But Georgia is different. Yeah, actually, Georgia wines with kvevuri and mash fermentation have more power, more completeness, but they're not perfect. Yeah, actually, I should say they were not perfect. I detected some different shortcomings in the past, which was kind of the sense of horizontal spreading taste, or the position of the taste is too low, or the nose doesn't have the lust, the flamboyance, or the expressiveness. Well, that's maybe the matter of personal taste, but still, I thought something could be improved. A couple months ago, I visited Georgia and tasted many wines there, and I was shocked that they improved a lot. I tell you, a lot. Well, they still have a definite power, the sense of the earth, but at the same time, they gain the sense of the universe, sense of sunshine, sense of wind. So it's the wine has more upward verticality, not only the downward verticality. So now it's more. So the shape of the wine, Georgian wine, is more complete, and it gains the lightness. It gains the aromas, beautiful aromas, and these are examples. Actually, this is the traditional type of kvevuri amber wine, basically custard with vanilla from Kahiti area. Even this kind of wine has upward verticality, which this kind of wine didn't have before. Actually, this is very textbook like the orange wine or amber wine, I should say. So I recommend this. And this is the second one is in Gasteri. Once again, it's from Kaheti area. Famous winemakers, Okra wines. But this is, personally, I think this is the best wine of the vast portfolios. This wine is Pet Nut, the sparkling wine made with the method ancestral. The sparkling wines enhances the upward verticality, of course, like any other sparkling wine of the world. So and it has some kind of brightness, the expressiveness. So once again, this is more complete. There are many Brucaste wines are pretty boring. Well, I'm not a great fan of Brucaste, I tell you. But I started to change my idea. If it's it's a big yield grape variety. So if the yield is reduced and if it's handled by great winemaker, it's from organic wine vineyard, or if they apply the good invention to winemaking, they can be fantastic wine. And this is a good example. And another great example is this, casted from the famous Grand Cru Tsinandari. Tsinandari is a downslope at the Pied de Côte, the type of area with a lot of limestone. So it's different, totally different from normal Rucastery, you know. It has much better acidity, much better definition, the clarity, the focus, and the complexity, and the nose. It's a great wine. Kishi. The Kishi was almost obsolete grape variety. It's ancient grape variety, but it's hard to grow, I heard. So it's almost not in existence than 15 years ago or so. But now they're reviving. Kishi has a nice lemony flavors, a very good acidity and structure, a very long length. It's a beautiful wine. And so you should remember the name Kishi. Not only Rucasteria Wutsukane, but only Kishi. Another great variety I like to recommend. This is one of the representative grape variety from the Meriti area, Titska. It has a very beautiful aromatic, like muscat. So this wine is not orange wine. It's fermented like a normal white wine of Europe, but that's good. Actually, the famous winemaker, the Lamas, who had worked as the kind of spokesman of natural winemaking of Georgia, but now he is concentrated on his own winery and he's making this. And he believed that the real tradition of the Meriti area, the western part of Georgia, is not orange wine, but normal white wine. So I think Titska is better with European way of winemaking, juice only. The next one, the Tsorikori from Tsubishi. This is a real Grand Cru. The altitude is 800 meters high, and it's limestone, very poor soil, and it's slow vineyard. It's a great definition and clarity, and once again focus. Wow, you can guess it has a wonderful acidity. And Tsorikori from Tsubishi can prove that Georgia can make one of the most elegant wine of the world. And this is really one of the most elegant, the demi-sec wine of the world. But the problem is, in this area, in this village, Korinishi, there are only 20 households living there, and everybody makes grape, but only one person makes wine and bottle by himself. And the production of bottle wine is only 300 bottles. I heard next year 50 bottles exported to America, so only 250 bottles are left. What can we do? Well, maybe you should go there. The next one is a light type of red wine from the grape variety called Shafukapito. Oh, hard to pronounce. Everybody knows Saperavi, but this is a great, very elegant, charming red one with the black grape you should watch now. It's from the west part. This is one of the greatest wine of the world. It's from Temi. Temi is a community of socially vulnerable people, and they make grape. They make wine by themselves and to sustain their living. It's simply saying it's a purest tasting wine, as far as I know. And whenever I taste this wine, I feel purified. I'm sure you feel the same way. The next one is actually this is wine that I bought at the gas station, but it's from Grand Cru Fubanchikara. slightly sweet red wine. Very elegant, very smooth, very charming. It tastes like the Muscat Noir, and it has another aspect, the elegant, charming aspect of Georgian wine, very precisely, and then the finish is very long. There's a great complexity in it, and it's a fresh acidity in it, even though it's a sweet wine. Oh, because this is high altitude. The east of this species is maybe same altitude. The soil limestone, or once again, it's the quality of minerality is different. And last one is famous Kinsmarawi, sweet red wine, and this is from organic. Yes, more and more people are going toward organic farming. This is one example, and it shows more the terroir characteristic precisely. So it's sweet, but there is a great tannin, a great acidity, and a great minerality backing up. So there is the equilibrium in the wine. It's sweet, but it's not overwhelming. It can be a great dessert wine, or you can enjoy with this sweet red wine. You can enjoy with spicy Oriental food, for example. Anyway, the discovery during the most recent trip to Georgia was they have made unbelievably great improvement. The heaviness or the kind of horizontal taste of the past is gone. They're gone. Now they gained more coherence, more precision, more focus, more delineation, much better minerality, and better acidity. I can't tell exactly what happened, but you should discover the latest Georgian wine by yourself and get amazed. Thank you.